In January, I quit my job in media publishing. I was done with the rat race, hustle culture, and burnout that felt beyond healing, and instead decided to pursue a life of more freedom and joy. It started with experimenting with alternative lifestyles in Canary Islands, and in May, after meeting my new travel buddy Vladimir, I finally moved to Bulgaria in hopes to find my dream property where I could build a home and an artist retreat. But as many other things in my life, my strategy is a bit unconventional to say the least. Instead of going for a classic real estate search through an agency, I'm doing it by slowly exploring different regions, building my network, and learning skills I'll need when renovating my future house. I'm embracing the slow and simple countryside life whilst taking care of myself, learning about Bulgarian culture, and getting to know its welcoming people. This is my life's biggest project, and the journey has only just begun.
This is literally insane. Oh my god, I can't believe where I'm gonna be for the next 2 weeks. Wow. Hello and welcome to Polkovnik Serafimovo. First things first, when I arrived, after 2 days of driving, sleeping in the car, so hot. I mean, the fact that you find Efes, which is my top 5 beers, maybe even number 1, don't quote me on that, in Lidl here, this is the occasion. It's gorgeous. Let the new adventure begin. Welcome to my humble abode in Rhodope Mountains. Wow, this is so cute.
I knew straight from arriving at this place that mornings here are gonna become my absolute favorite. The location, the house, the energy of the place was just incredible. I came to Rhodope Mountains after several recommendations, including from this very comment section. However, I did not initially realize how vast the Rhodopes really were. So I was thrilled and really happy when this project and opportunity found its way into my life at the perfect time. I was here for a work exchange through Workaway platform like I did so many times before. And the idea was to help the owners of a property set on the meadows in the mountains clean and maintain their mountain lodge that was left in a bit of a mess after a busy festival season. But after only 2 days attending to the project, the universe intervened, and I was left alone in the house in charge of taking care of 2 dogs and a cat. Straight from the beginning, this felt like a big blessing. After my last work exchange experience in Elena, where my work began at 6 a.m., no matter rain or shine, the only thing I really craved and wanted was an opportunity to have slow mornings. Now, don't get me wrong, I learned a bunch in my previous place, but my brain just doesn't function that early in the morning, and my idea of being a morning person looks very different from using chainsaws and drills. This was my chance to slow down and take as much time as I wanted for myself, as I was finally alone. Since I had to let go of my apartment in Ljubljana back in 2021, I rarely had a place completely for myself, And in the last few years, I've started to really crave solitude. This seemed like the perfect place to practice stillness, presence, and nurture my body, mind, and soul. I still woke up very early in the morning, but I did it without the alarm, and I did it when my body had enough of rest. First, I took my 2 hairballs up the mountain for a walk.
Hey, buddy. Wanna go for a walk? Hey, come. Come on. Oh. Oh. Come on.
If I was a poet, I'd give you a very detailed and poetic description of just how magical those mornings in the mountains look like. When the sun pierced through the branches and the morning mist was glittering on the grass. The air felt so delicious. There's nothing quite like the pine forest in the very early hours of the day. Then I'd meet my neighbor's flock of sheep, and it would instantly fill my heart with joy. I'd make sure to have a nice breakfast to start my day, and took the longest time to drink my coffee, overlooking the stunning view and cuddling Lewski, who had more trust issues than any other person I've ever met. But we got along just fine. Since there wasn't really anything particular for me to do, and I felt fine just being in the beautiful house, which very weirdly felt both old and new at the same time, I decided to relaunch my online business, which I've started years ago when I lived in UK and slowly abandoned because it took too much time and got me very little reward. But this place actually inspired me to give it another go. So after some brainstorming, I did a rebrand and a relaunch of my mentoring services for fashion creatives. Why fashion, you may ask? Well, in my previous life, I worked as a fashion stylist and also as an editor at both Elle and Cosmopolitan magazines. So now I want to guide fashion professionals on how to create a more sustainable career in this fast-paced and very demanding industry so they don't end up burning out like I did. I believe in order to change the toxic work practices in the fashion industry, we need to start with ourselves, just like with any other change in our lives. It nearly broke me and it definitely killed my creativity, but it doesn't have to be like that for the rest of the creatives. We just need to realize we actually have the power to do something about it. Our evening walks were just as soul-soothing as the morning ones, except now the sun shone through the leaves in a golden light and colored all the hills in a soft pink hue that made the whole place look like a page from a children's fairy tale book. The dogs loved it, and I kept repeating to myself like a broken record, I'm so happy to be right here, right in this moment. There is nowhere in the world I would rather be. can't tell you just how happy I was to have a kitchen all to myself. I guess I'm one of those people who can only cook with pleasure when I'm in the kitchen alone and I have my favorite music as the soundtrack while I cut the veggies and stir the pot. It's like my own little party. I would make all my favorite dishes, open a can of beer or pour myself some rosé and just enjoy the process of creating some delicious fuel for my body. No pressure, no one to disappoint, and most importantly, no one else to clean after than myself. These were my evenings at the house once the dogs were happy and fed. Nothing fancy, just a dinner for one and a chance to recap my day or make plans for the next one. I'd have early nights and would find myself mesmerized by the simplest things, like the shape, the size, or the color of the moon. I would do the same thing pretty much every day. Get up, take the dogs up the mountain for a walk, make nice breakfast, drink my coffee in what seemed like hours, do some yoga, chill on the balcony, do some work, read a book, cook lunch, take a nap, journal, edit videos, take the dogs up again, dinner, and sleep. I thought the time would somehow slow down as I took more time and intention to do most of the things, but actually the days seemed to pass even quicker. The peace and quiet I felt here, I never wanted it to end. I woke up every day feeling grateful for the universe that has sent me to this place and blessed me with this experience. It felt just like I got a glimpse into how my future could look like. But then it hit me. Everything I dreamt about, all those details of how I imagined my dream life would look like, they were already here. I was once again successful in manifesting exactly what my heart craved. All those months ago, working long hours behind a laptop, being subjected to crazy deadlines and never-ending to-do lists. This was my reality. This was my future already unfolding.
Come to take a nap and we already have some nappers here. And this is how they're cooling themselves off in puddles. Was that nice? Huh? What do you like? These are the Bulgarian and neighbor relations. My basically only neighbor here is a 85-year-old grandma called Baba Rosa, and she has the most incredible garden. Like, I don't know how he does it at that age. I see her every day working on the garden. There's not a single tiny weed that's there. Anyway, she brought me a whole bag of last year's potatoes. I guess she's clearing the old one before the new becomes ripe. Is potato ripe? Yeah, I guess. So yeah, we're making some potatoes.
I wish I could press pause and stay here forever, but I knew this was just getting me ready for what is to come. And let me just say, no matter how long the journey will be, I am now more excited than ever to find just the right place and build a home where I can share these kind of glimmers of life with my friends, family, and creative souls around the world.